What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nigiso and you are watching Ocean Drive. Clearly you can see this is not my beautiful little Polo. This is actually a Mercedes Benz. More on that later on, but for now, listen to some music and look at some cool shots of the car. Of the E Class. This is a beautiful place to be. As you can see, very nice interior. I keep saying this, Mercedes makes the best interiors at the moment. I'm seated in these nice AMG sports seats, finished in this leatherette and suede. The suede actually helps when you're going around bends and stuff to keep your butt planted, and the side bolsters keep you in place. It's very comfortable. We do have the four-way lumbar support on these seats, so it's just you kind of set it up the way you want it and you're good to go. Very comfortable place to be. As you can see, we've got the traditional, I say traditional, this is now a traditional thing in most Mercedes-Benz models, this funny trackpad system and the circular movement for the car's infotainment system. This car has been fitted with the standard infotainment system, so you get this smaller screen. You can opt for a bigger screen, which is about 10.25 inches in size, and that mimics the one that you see in the S-Class models. You can also get a digital display, so you'll have two massive screens, which really looks cool. It kind of makes this car look like a technological kind of feast. It's like two computer screens, like a spaceship. And this car is big, so on the road it does feel like a spaceship. The steering wheel is also an AMG steering wheel. We've got these nice aluminium pedals, which I think just looks beautiful, feels good also in the hands, and the steering wheel is cool. I'll show you guys a little bit more on the steering wheel just now once I get the camera this side, but just to say, we've got these really cool BlackBerry-like touchpad, touch sensitive buttons, and they control the instrument cluster and the infotainment, which I think is pretty cool. So this is the steering wheel for the Mercedes Benz E Class. This is the AMG steering wheel. Like I said earlier, we've got the sports pedals, and these are the two touch sensitive buttons. So to operate them, basically you just swipe. It's like these actually look like BlackBerry buttons. It's like they got a bunch of Blackberries and just took the buttons out and put them on the steering wheel. Yeah, so basically the right hand side operates this instrument cluster and the left hand side operates the infotainment. So as you can see, you scroll up and down like that. You can press the home button and go left and right, and then push down to select. On this side you operate the infotainment screen, and like I said, scroll left and right. You can go down, change the climate control if you like, send it to, you know, the windscreen and my feet, why not, and do anything that this can do. Another nice feature about this car in particular is that it's fitted with these LED lights. They kind of put in all sorts of places, and these are like, it's like mood lighting almost, and it offers 64 different colors. Now imagine, like, you could have had 4 or 5 colors, but Mercedes said, you know what, 64 is what you need and 64 is what you'll get. And I think it's a pretty cool option. You can play around with it. It livens the car up. Also, the fact that this car is finished in like black everywhere, it's just a nice added feature just to brighten up the place a little bit. We've also got this nice sunroof here, adds a little bit of light. I would prefer the panoramic roof option because that gives you 2 panes of glass. front and rear, and that really just opens up the space inside this car. Not saying that this car is small or makes you feel cramped in any way, because it is massive. There is tons of space. I can see clearly over the dashboard. The bonnet is just expansive. It's it's huge. But yeah, what a place to sit in. I really do like these air vents. The fact that you've got 4, I know in the C Class you get 3, which is weird because there's that center one and we always have to fight, oh, who's it gonna point to, or all of that rubbish. So it's cool that each person gets two each, and yeah, I think it just ties in with the look of the car. This car also has an analog clock. Now this is pretty cool. It adds that classiness to the car, shows that it's an executive car. And you might be wondering, how do you change the time? Well, because it's an electronic clock, it's analog but electronic in its operation, that you can change the time on your infotainment and it will change the clock dials for you. So that's a cool feature. I think we should jump into the back and see how much space this car has in the back seat. So, jumping in the back. So this is me sitting behind myself. This is my seating position, and as you can see, tons of leg room, a bit of headroom. I must say that this sunroof, because it comes inwards and it doesn't sit on top like the panoramic, there is a bit of a bulge here, but there's enough space here for my head, as you can see. And yeah, it's quite comfortable sitting. It's not too reclined, and the seats offer enough support. We do have a central armrest with the 2 cup holders, and we've got some air vents over here. Unfortunately, you have to spec a 4-zone climate pack for you to get the climate controls at the back. So added cost. I mean, this car does cost quite a lot already as it is, and now just to add that feature, it's a bit unfair. So space in the middle. Now this tunnel is massive, so just sitting here, it's not that comfortable. You'd rather sit on the outer 2 seats. The center seat is a bit stiff, and you do sit a little more high up. So if you are a taller bloke, you'd probably want to sit either side of the central tunnel. And yeah, like I said earlier, if we had got that panoramic sunroof, it would just feel so much lighter in here, because it is really dark with this headliner. That obviously can be fixed if you just spec the porcelain headliner, which is a lot brighter. And yeah, otherwise this is just a wonderful place to be. I could see myself being chauffeur driven here. Onward, James. So let's take a look at the outside of the Mercedes Benz E Class. We'll start here at the front. As you can see, a very imposing front. It's a big car and it just has that presence. It's just kind of glaring at you. This car is finished in selenite grey, which is a nice metallic grey color from Mercedes Benz, and it is also fitted with the Mercedes Benz AMG kit. Now the AMG kit gives you this nice sporty bumper with the nice big air intakes on either side and that silver piece of trim at the bottom. You can inspect this car out in the night package, which will give you that silver trim piece in black, and also these silver surrounds, or rather chrome finished surrounds in black as well. Nice big Mercedes badge, which is a sign that this is a sportier vehicle with the AMG kit. Standard would come with the traditional AMG emblem sticking up from the bonnet. As we go along to the side, we can see that we've got these really nice headlights. They actually are the LED headlights. You can spec the intelligent LED headlights, and those ones are really cool because when you turn your steering wheel, the lights turn with it, and when you put it on high beam, it can block out patches of oncoming cars so that you don't dazzle them, but you still keep the bright lights on, which is pretty cool. These look good during the day, and as you can see, they've got these 2 strakes which mimic the E-Classes of old, which had 4 separate headlights. Now coming along the side, we've got 19-inch wheels, which are AMG specific, and you can spec 20-inch rims as well. You can have them finished in either this color or a black finish on the inside and a diamond cut polish on the front, which looks really good. So coming along the side, as we can see, this car is massive. They had to put these nice design character lines here and also down here just to kind of break it up a bit, make the car seem lower and not look so chunky. We've got nice big side mirrors. Not much I can say about side mirrors. They are what they are. They've got this LED indicator light here, and the windows are finished in this chrome surround. Now again, like I mentioned earlier, you can spec a night pack, and the night pack makes all this chrome trim black, which looks really good on maybe a lighter colored car. That's where it kind of stands out. But on a darker spec car, this chrome finish looks really great. This car has got the heat insulated tinted windows, and they really kind of make it look a bit mysterious, offering a bit of privacy for the passengers in the back. As you can see with the door handles, they are finished with this chrome, and this is not the case for all Mercedes Benz E Classes. Now, if you order a normal E Class, it will come with this in body painted color. If you get it with the keyless entry system, it comes with that chrome finish on top. So if you are walking around in the car park and you happen to see a Mercedes, any Mercedes for that matter, or the newer Mercedes of course, with this chrome finish, you know that that guy spent a little bit extra just to get that keyless entry package. Let's take a look at the back of the Mercedes E Class. As you can see, this is a sedan. The boot, you can't really do much in the way of styling, but I think Mercedes has done a great job. I like the headlights. No, that's a lie. These aren't headlights, these are tail lights. I like the tail lights because they mimic the headlights. So they're obviously doing a good job if I mistake them for the headlights. They've got these two light patterns here. When you hit the brakes, they give you two distinct lights. So it looks like the front LEDs, which looks really cool to me. Also, another thing is they've got this dust-like finish. It looks like broken glasses and stuff like that when the lights are on. And that just looks cool to me. I don't understand how they did that, but please put it in more of your cars, Mercedes. We also have this chrome piece here just above the number plate and the Mercedes badge finished in chrome. Coming down to the bottom, as you can see, we've got this cool AMG bumper, of course, with this diffuser-like setup finished in chrome. But if you do spec the night pack, like I said, in the front, all those chrome finishes go black, and so would this also be finished in black. The tailpipes, very nice as well, add the sporty edge to it, and they are actually real tailpipes. They're not there just for show. The exhaust fumes actually do come out here. So that's it from the outside of this car. Let's jump in, take this car for a ride maybe. What do you say? Seat, and as you can see, as you can hear rather, this is quite a quiet place to be. Sorry, I got the radio on. Let me switch that off. And yeah, this thing is just pure luxury. Like I said before, you know, this is a 2-liter engine, made it to a 9-speed gearbox, and yeah, it works really, really well. The 9-speed meshing the gears together effortlessly. And in comfort mode, honestly, a very, very comfortable car, just really cruising. It's not a sporty drive, because I guess that's not the brief. It's all about luxury, plushness, soft ride, you know, that whole experience of just, you know, having a calming experience. And yeah, this delivers on that brief 100%. If you do decide to chuck the car into a couple of corners and do something a bit drastic, I mean, it's a heavy car, and it doesn't let you forget that, you know, just going around the bend with a little bit more acceleration, yeah, you can definitely feel it lean quite a bit. Obviously, if you spec this car with the air suspension, that has sort of a self-leveling kind of aid to it because of the air springs and stuff like that. So I guess that would be a more comfortable ride and a more, you know, kind of planted ride. Just assuming that when you put it into sport, it kind of hooks up a bit more. Talking about putting it into sport, let's try that now. Got Sport Plus, so basically it drops a few gears, 2 gears down. You can hear the engine a bit more. acceleration is good. It's not bad. I mean, it's not the quickest thing on the road, but you know, definitely it gets going. Especially you can feel the size of it just kind of propelling forward in a very, you know, smooth power delivery. Obviously we've got pedals here to make it a bit more of a sporty drive, so you can drop the gears, third gear, put your foot down, and then it changes. I like the fact that in Sport Plus, if you use your pedals and you change up, I don't know what it is, but they've kind of engineered like a kickback. So you change the gear and it kind of pauses and then goes again, which is pretty cool. It makes you feel the sensation of actually changing the gear. So that's pretty cool for me. But yeah, again, like I said, it's not really a sporty drive. It's a heavy car going around this corner with a bit more speed. Like, geez, it does feel like it might take you off the road. So definitely not advised to do that. I would say just pop it back into comfort, relax, and just cruise, you know. Just went up a couple gears, lower revs, and it's just a nice, serene place to be. This interior is just amazing. So everything just feels luxurious. Everything just feels amazing. It just fits together so well. So the driving experience and just where you're seated and what you're looking at, it's just a nice place to be. So Mercedes really doing a great job, as always, when it comes to the driving pleasures, should I say, calm driving pleasures. So yeah, no, a nice place to be. The brake pedal is quite good. I do like that. On other Mercedes models, I've noticed that the brake pedal is a bit spongy, which means like you just kind of push it and it feels kind of the same all the way, and you don't actually know what's happening. Whereas on this one, it's a little bit better. You know, there's a bit of modulation. Like I can feel like how much pressure and what's actually happening. On other Mercedes that I've driven, I've had a problem with the brake pedal because I never really know what's going on. Like you kind of push it and you guess like if that's enough. I guess you'll see, but it's not a reassuring feeling. Whereas here, it's quite good. I enjoy this brake pedal quite a bit. And yeah, no, this is, like I said, it's a big car, but surprisingly easy to place on the road. It kind of, I think for me, it wraps around once you get on the move. But yeah, when you're parking and stuff like that, I'm sure, well, not I'm sure, I know it's a bit difficult because it's a cumbersome car. I mean, there's a long bonnet, huge back, you know, everything's happening. So you really need to focus. It does help that this car it does have automatic parking, the auto park assist. Yeah, that helps a great deal because it kind of, you just pick a spot, things happen, and yeah, all you have to do is control the brakes, which is easy. It takes a load off. You don't have to think too much. To be in a Mercedes. But anyway, guys, on a serious note, thank you so much for joining me on this latest video. I hope you enjoyed it. That was my review of the Mercedes E Class, and yeah, please jump in the comment section and let me know what you think of the video. What other cars would you like to see me review? And don't forget to subscribe. It's for free, guys. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you are returning, like, why haven't you done it yet? Why? If you don't know why you haven't subscribed and maybe you've got some complaints or a bone to pick, jump in the comment section. That's the only way I can try and rectify them. Anyway, from me, Nigi Solutuli, this is Ocean Drive signing out. Ciao.